Okay, so let's say it's like 8 in the evening, it's getting a bit dark, and you're walking behind a woman. You sort
Cross
of
the other
speed,
side.
Yeah, you cross the other side, or you speed up, walk in front of them. When someone else feels in danger because of me, I hate
It's late
that.
at night. It's like, I'm fine. I'm not going to kill you. I get burnt out quickly in social occasions, and I don't like that. I've been trying to get better at it. Honestly, when I was younger, I was absolutely abysmal.
What's the earliest picture of something that you remember?
I don't remember being a baby and being squeezed out of a vagina. Why is it that our memories block out that bit?
There's people that can remember that apparently.
Every face, every person, every character that you see in your dream,
Yeah.
there were people that you've seen before.
I think dreams are amazing. I had the point in my life when I tried to lucid dream. Do you know what that is?
Of course, yeah.
And it's really hard to do.
How often do you lucid dream?
I don't know. I've only I feel like I've only really done it once.
Really? Only once in your whole life?
Properly.
So when you're aware that you're dreaming, right? That's what lucid dreaming is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're just I'm dreaming now, and then all of a sudden, I've only really done it once, and it's hard to control your dreams, but
yeah,
you can just be like, right now I'm flying.
It's weird, isn't it? What are dreams?
I don't know.
What the fuck are dreams?
It's in it, cultures are really powerful premonitions of the future, or I honestly just think it's your daily life, just in your recent memories and thoughts, just backing up, and
right.
It's you going through series of events. My dreams the last couple weeks have just been on what's been happening recently.
So it's just memories, basically.
Yeah, basically.
So the purpose of memories, really, especially during REM sleep, which is the point where you're really in your deepest sleep, is supposedly because of for the sake of memory consolidation. So you're basically stocking up all of the most important memories, and for some reason your brain feels like it has to.
So me getting chased by a boogeyman and me nearly shitting myself. I was
yeah.
6 years old. That was an important memory to back up.
No, but it's weird though, because apparently your memories are very, very what would you say? I can't think of the word. You're moldable,
Yeah.
they change. So say if you have a memory of something and it feels very solid in your mind, our brains aren't like video recorders where we remember them exactly how they actually happened. Do you know what I mean? Say if you remember an exact
how
experience,
a person can trick you into thinking something happened. Oh no,
yeah.
remember when that happened and that person was there. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
And slowly you believe that.
Our memories are always in some ways misremembered, and then say if you remember an experience and you're okay, in that experience the car was yellow, and I remember specifically that car was yellow, and then halfway through someone says, oh yeah, the car was red, and then you start thinking, okay, the car was red, and then you keep remembering it as though the car was red, and then 10 years later you still remember that as if the car was red, and you're I'm telling you the car was red, but really it was just a memory that was just changed through time.
Do you think people with photographic memories dream, or is it just a slideshow?
I don't understand. I'm so jealous. I'm so
just they're watching a reel. Best moment, when you're on your iPhone,
yeah,
and your phone makes a little reel of events.
It's
you.
just
that's just in their head,
exactly what happened. I'm so jealous of photographic memory people. I don't even understand that. People with photographic memory,
they must have an amazing.
I'm so jealous of them. When I was most jealous of them is when I was doing my GCSEs.
I wasn't thinking of that. Imagine their wank bank.
That's the most important thing. Not about fucking getting good grades.
No, my mind firstly goes out tests.
Yeah, man. I was
away.
This isn't fair. Because the thing is, did you ever feel especially with certain subjects, maybe with English the most, psychology was a surprising one. I felt like psychology would be one of those things where it'd be more interpretive, but it was. When I was studying it was more of a memory game.
Yeah, you're taught to be followers, not leaders in school. You're taught to be a sadistic. I hope you're not taught to be sadistic.
Do you think?
But yeah, I don't think schools have changed. I've said it before, in 100 years. I think they're shit.
Really? Yeah. It's true though, isn't it?
Practical learning. I think that's the time when you have the most fun and you learn a lot. It was weird though, knowing times when you have a nightmare or a really weird dream, you wake up and then downstairs is loving it, full hard sort of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like those nights are really weird.
Wait, what do you mean? What
Have you ever woken up from a nightmare and just had like,
I have
rock hard early morning woods?
every time I
I
wake
feel like
up.
that's confusing. You don't know if you're loving it or if it's just like your body like
My
so
dick is just
shot.
always happy. No, like every time I wake up, I am rock hard.
Oh, fuck.
I don't understand why. Do you not have that?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
So when you wake up in the morning, you're not rock hard.
No, I'm not
And
a
you don't,
fucking
like-
sex pest.
No. I don't know why I'm like it. I don't know where it comes from. No, seriously. Like I'm just rock. I don't understand what it is. I'm
It must just be
fucking rock hard.
You've got like a lot of testosterone.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think I
You
got
work
like a
out
high
a lot.
libido. I don't know. It's good. I mean, it's cool. Do you know what I mean? Some of the best dreams that I've had, I really enjoy. Like, for some reason, I've got a really deep fascination with like horror and like really scary things that really make your skin crawl.
Oh.
I don't know why.
So most dreams that you have, are they like based on the last thing that happened to you during the day, or is it just like a recap? Because like there's been so many times with you where like what was that witch one that we watched in your room, the Blair Witch Project?
Blair Witch Project.
And I remember when we went and saw what's his name, the magician, the guy in
Darren Brown.
I remember we just sat in the hotel room. You put on a horror movie that was like, it wasn't like scary, but it's just like, it's jump scary. And as soon as it's done, you just turn off the TV, all lights off, and you're like, good night, Wayne. And that's it.
Yeah,
because
I'm an adult.
I need to watch like Peppa Pig or something after like a horror.
You were such a pussy, man. You were such a wuss. I never realised how much of a wuss you were with the horror film. You were like, Vinny, this is so scary.
Yeah, no, it's not
so scary. I can't watch this. And I was
fuck
like,
off.
I was like, what?
Go away.
Why are you so scared, man?
It's not. Go away. It's not like
You
it's
were.
not- no,
Yeah,
no,
you
no.
were.
Shut up. It's not scary. It's like
You were a fucking wuss, man. You were like, Vinny, this is
it's
scary.
creepy, man. Okay, I feel like. Okay, so we went and watched like a Conjuring movie or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like jump scary, creepy stuff. I think that's what.
Don't bother me.
Okay, I'm not scared of like something like a massive roaring bear coming towards me.
Yeah.
But you know, like, have you seen those videos of like little kids like running at people in like car parks or like old grandmas like going alongside it and they start
That's
running?
creepy.
That I find that more
That's scary, but that's because there's a chance that
it's
it might
like-
be real.
But that's what I'm scared of, like the unknown. So like loads of
Yeah.
my dreams are like nightmares sort of thing. I haven't had a nightmare in
No.
years. Long
Oh,
time.
really?
Yeah,
No.
long time. But like some old nightmares would be like more unknown stuff,
Yeah.
and it'd really like stick with me. And
Yeah, I have that though.
Yeah.
I have dreams that like absolutely petrify me, and it's fun. It's fun because I guess it's because it's like with films.
why do I feel like it's something weird? Like you
Maybe that's why I wake up hard because I'm like, oh, this is so scary. No, like I'm just like. This is. I enjoy the feeling of being terrified, and I don't know why.
You like the adrenaline feel.
Yeah, and
So why aren't you like an adrenaline junkie? Like when you went like cliff
maybe it's
jumping?
not the adrenaline. I don't like physical, like
Just like
skydiving
like
and stuff like
sweating.
that. I think it's just fear, like horror. I've got a fascination with it, and it's like I can't even explain what it is. Like I remember having a dream that scared the fucking shit out of me, and it was quite recently.
You shut your bed.
I know.
I bet you've shut the bed once.
No, probably. Yeah,
What do you
everyone
mean
has at
probably?
least once. But like
no, come on. Have you shut the bed once?
probably when I was younger. Have you shut the bed?
No, but I remember the last time I shut myself.
When was that? A few weeks
Like-
ago?
I think it was like last time I saw my dad. That's probably like why he decided not to see me again, because I shut myself. And it
Oh
was like-
really?
yeah, it wasn't like last week. It was like when I was like 3 or something. Yeah, it was last time I did.
Oh, really? Right.
Last week.
So and then you ended up shitting.
Yeah,
You ended up
I just
shitting.
remember like laughing my head off about something.
Oh really? And then
I
you
can't
shat
remember
yourself.
what-
Yeah.
I just got so happy I shut my... Oh, come on, I was like
I've never
3 or
I've never been
whatever.
so happy that I've actually physically shat myself. But yeah.
What's the earliest you remember? Talking about like memories and restoring stuff.
well, like the earliest event
What
that
was
I can
the
remember.
earliest? Like, it won't be like a memory. It might just be like a flash screen thing. What's the earliest like picture of something that you remember?
I remember sitting in my front room with my mum watching the TV, and I was leaning up against the side like the table, and I was playing with Lego, and I was probably like 5 or something like that. Well, that's the truth. I mean, I don't remember like being a baby and like being squeezed out of a vagina. Do you remember that? Why is it that like our memories block out that bit?
There's like people that can remember that apparently.
Yeah, but do they like I can remember snippets, but and then it's like this is the thing, this is what I was talking about. With your memories, the further along down the line they go, like it's really, really like unreliable.
I know what you mean. My memory's really bad when it comes to remembering things. I need to like let's say someone tells me their birthday.
Yeah.
The next time they say to me, "Oh, when's my birthday again?" I only will remember it the second time,
really,
and then from then on,
I don't remember.
I'll know it.
You know when you're like being introduced to a group, and you're like,
yeah.
What's your name?
I don't remember their name unless unless I go to them and be like, I've forgotten you. Something embarrassing happens, like I've forgotten your name, and then they tell me. Then I'll remember it from then on. I need to apply it to something. Yeah. But then I'm weird. I won't remember things like that you should. But weird little like my passport number, I know off by heart.
Yeah.
So no one knows their passport number off by. Well, maybe a couple, but like you don't really know that. Like imagine if someone stopped you, like a police officer, and was like, "What's your ID number?"
Why do you remember it? Just in case like that might happen. Like with some.
No, it's just weird. It's like I just remember it.
Yeah, like, you can't help it. Yeah. So I had a dream. I had like a nightmare recently, and it was really terrifying. It was like it was like I woke up to the sound of someone whispering into my ear, like hello or something like that. My name. I don't remember what they said, but it was something creepy, right?
Yeah.
And it was as if it was actually like physically. I could actually physically hear it. Now, obviously, this isn't true, right?
You had a podcast on. Oh,
what's that?
Podcast. We're doing one right now,
playing next to my ear. No. It was terrifying. And then I imagined. I don't know. This is the thing that I love about horror is that your imagination, what you come up with in your brain, like nothing can beat that in terms of horror, because your brain automatically knows what triggers you and what scares you the most. And I remember imagining the most terrifying face I had ever seen in my fucking life.
Is it the old man's face that everyone sees?
No, not the man in your dreams. That also used to scare me. When I found that on Facebook and I saw that obviously it's an urban legend.
It's such a generic
It's bullshit.
Face, yeah.
It's bollocks. Like it's fake, right? Yeah. I used to think it was true. That like this dude's weird fucking like Mr. Bean looking character. Apparently, like all these people around the world are like claiming they've seen this guy's face in their dreams.
Yeah, they've just seen it right that second, and it's like the thing I was telling you when someone says, "Yeah, you know, last weekend when I saw you," like things like that.
Yeah, and then you start to like remember it differently,
and then you start forcing yourself to remember.
Yeah, it was that used to scare the shit out of me. But yeah, I have nightmares like that where I just get really, really like scared shitless, and I have to turn a light on and I have to put something on the TV to like go back to sleep. And I love moments like that. I don't know. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I think it's just a case of like horror, just like the feeling of being scared shitless is so.
So if you ever get kidnapped, you're like rock hard. You're there like, oh yeah, take me.
Not like that. I don't
so
you never know. Scared, I've never been kidnapped.
But then when you look back on the memory, you're like,
I actually really like this. Yeah.
Then again, it is those moments that make you the person you are today, make you stronger. So I can sort of agree.
As long as you weren't murdered. Do you believe in like what would you say? Dream interpreters, like if you dream about this, if you dream about that.
That's a job.
Yeah. Well, like, you know, like it's similar to what your mum does, right? She's a tarot card reader. It's the case of like interpreting signs and stuff like that and saying, oh, this means this about you.
Come on, this bollocks.
Do you think? Look, if she's tarot card reading and people believe it, then you know what? Fair enough, man. Honestly, fair enough. But I just think like people actually pay money to hear that fucking bollocks, and I really think it makes sense. But this is what happens, and it's the same with people who fucking dream analysts and people who interpret dreams and stuff, and they tell you, oh, okay, you've had this dream. This means this about you. But let me read you some out, and
I do understand it.
Let's see if they make sense.
There's probably some logic to it. But
So okay, dreams about falling. falling. Okay, dreams about falling from great heights are very common. Have you ever dreamed about that?
You jolt up.
Yeah, I hate that. Why is that? There's probably like a scientific, psychological kind of explanation behind that, right?
Yeah.
But people say that it goes deeper than that. So, dreaming of falling is very common. It is a symbol of fear in real life, perhaps of failing at your work or in your love life.
Thank God I haven't had one recently then.
So according to many popular dream interpretations and at least one study, falling dreams are a sign that something in your life isn't going well. It might suggest that you need to rethink a choice, for instance consider a new direction in some area of your life. That makes sense. That does make sense, but it's the thing with dreams is that they're so abstract and so kind of hard to really gauge what they really mean, because really they're just like synapses, like just sparking in your brain during REM sleep.
So just
all of these memories.
I twitch in my sleep.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have you ever recorded yourself?
No, I don't.
Sleeping?
I don't talk much. Well, when I say twitch, like I think every person has it where like they twitch a tiny little bit. I don't know why.
Have you ever woken yourself up like talking in a dream?
No.
I have. I've woken myself up laughing in a dream, like where something's really made me laugh in a dream, and I've gone like like that, and I've been like, oh my God,
So
what was that?
So that wasn't even someone else telling a joke.
It was something. I think it was. I remember one memory. It's happened multiple times, but one memory of like some clown.
Well, isn't that amazing?
In my dream,
like, someone could tell you a joke in your dream. You'd be like, "Oh, I got that joke from someone else in my dream," but really, it's from you. It's like if you've got a business idea. It's like I've thought of that like ideas in my head, and it's like it's not someone else giving it to me. It's actually me giving it to myself.
Yeah,
that's really weird.
But like, it's funny though, because I've heard jokes in my dreams that have been hilarious.
So we both talk to ourselves just when we're sleeping.
Yeah, but like jokes in my dreams, and then I actually like when I'm awake, and then I actually retell the joke. I'm like, that was fucking bollocks. That didn't make any sense at all.
You're probably laughing at yourself, just how stupid you are.
So what about this? This is a common one. Dreams about being naked in public. Have you ever had those dreams? Have you ever one of those awkward dreams where you show up at school or in the office and No?
Oh, what's it about though?
Apparently it indicates that you feel like a phony and that you're afraid of revealing your imperfections or shortcomings. That's like that's psychology 101. I mean, that's really not very deep at all, but it makes sense, you know. It does. I mean, how can you argue with that?
No one would want to be like naked and just show off everything about themselves to everyone on the first. Like, I feel like even if someone has like social media where like they seem open, like an open book, I reckon they're hiding a lot of stuff. Not hiding, but like keep stuff personal, sort of thing, like from close friends.
Dreams about being chased. Have you ever had those dreams?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a dream about where you're being chased and like you can't run, or like you can't scream?
Run, but the distance just doesn't increase.
Yeah, like
I've had dreams where like I'm trapped and being used and stuff like that, and just
fucking hell. Jesus Christ! Well, you don't wake up rock hard after those dreams, do you? So dreams that feature being pursued by a known or unknown attacker that can be particularly terrifying, many people experience these types of dreams. But what do they mean? Dream interpreters, such a funny name. Like, oh yeah, what do you do for a living? I'm a dream interpreter. Often suggest that such dreams mean that you are trying to avoid something in your daily life. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's just. Look, it makes sense. You can't. It makes sense, but that's just so obvious.
No, I feel like you're in. Is that just a broad one? Because like,
you're avoiding something.
I'm being chased by like Krusty the Clown. He has a red flag and he's running after me. Then the interpreter might have, you know,
yeah, something more specific. So apparently, if you're being chased by an animal, you might be hiding from your own anger, passions, and other feelings. An unknown chaser. If your pursuer is mysterious, unknown figure, it might represent childhood experience or past trauma. Okay, that's pretty cool. A member of the opposite sex suggests this means that you are afraid of love or haunted by a past relationship. I don't really remember my dreams that much to really remember whether or not I think it's always usually an unknown person. Like, it's never someone that I know. I think I remember one nightmare where it was my sister.
For me, it's like
I don't know what that would mean.
What?
She was like, my sister had gone like fucking possessed or something in my dream, and she was like, had like these
You're
really
trying to avoid her then.
yeah.
Oh.
Maybe I hate her deep down.
Yeah.
She's a fucking bitch. Dreams about, now this is a really common one. Dreams about losing teeth. Have you ever had that?
Oh yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've never had that, but apparently it's very common.
Go on. What does it imply? I'm interested about this because I have it not recently, but like I have had it.
Really?
Recent. Yeah.
It suggests so dreams about losing teeth suggests that dreaming about losing teeth can have multiple meanings. It might mean that you are worried about your attractiveness or appearance, for instance. It may also indicate that you are concerned about your ability to communicate, or that you are concerned that you might have said something embarrassing. The real essence of teeth is their ability to bite through, to cut, tear, or grind. If your teeth fall out, you lose personal power and your ability to be assertive, decisive, and self-protective.
I agree with that. Yeah,
that kind of makes sense.
Because like
right?
with like starting like uni, giving speeches, like presenting stuff like that. I had dreams around those points, and like even just like
really,
I think my style has changed. Like, do you know when I came back from like Canada, I started wearing.
It's so weird because obviously I'm your friend, and so I see you a lot, and so like I don't see the gradual process, but if I really trace back to like years before, you have changed a lot.
Yeah.
Do you think I've changed a lot?
Not really.
Really? I'm just like the same fucking dude.
No, I'm
the same sort of guy.
Know. Let's say like
that's so funny.
Let's say we're both on step 1, year 10. You looked very much older.
I think everyone just caught up with me.
I feel like I've gone up to like step 10, and you've gone up to like step 5.
Fuck off! What does that mean?
I don't know.
So in what? In like the status thing? Like
no, I just mean like of progress changing, like each step being a different period of change.
So
you've just gone through little bits of where like you dyed your beard, changed your clothes a little bit. Wore some roadman fuckboy clothes and then changed back.
Did I?
And then like you got rid of the beard and stuff and thought, yeah, this is it. So you're like 5 steps. I've gone through it all. Like I've had.
What did you wait? Hang on a minute. What have you done? You got a goatee. Now you've got a beard. You put your hair forward. You used to have your hair going back.
There's loads of raves. When I went to raves, like I didn't take pictures. I'll just be so in the experience. It just like there's loads that you didn't see. So just like.
So you don't think I've changed? That's annoying. I would like you to say I've changed.
You have changed.
Yeah.
But not as much as me.
Not as dramatically.
Yeah.
I think you've changed. I think you've gotten. I don't know. I think your overall.
Oh come on.
No. I'm going to give you a compliment here. I think you've got an overall. Like I think you've got more self-confident.
I've got a video for outside your doorstep. I remember it was one summer, and I definitely was self-conscious about like how I present myself to people. First impressions count, sort of thing. But now I'm at a stage where like, I don't care.
Like, yeah, that's good, man.
And that's what I like. Like
that's good.
If you think I'm cool and nice, cool. If you think I'm like this
fucking
or that,
idiot,
whatever. But like I remember, we were leaving your house, and I was like, "Real quick, can you take a picture of me just so like I can see how my hair looks?"
Yeah. That's true. But
and that's where I think like, am I narcissistic? Because like narcissistic people use ways to like use techniques to get people to trust them and stuff. I've questioned all that about myself.
How would you describe, let's just go off topic, right? How would you describe a narcissist?
No, but we agreed on this that I'm not a narcissist. I think you're right, because I think people just throw that word about like you said.
Yeah, but how would you describe a narcissist?
I don't know. I've never met one. I'd like to think I've never met one. Have I?
Yeah.
You?
No. But you've met
myself.
People. Me and you shared the same circles at school. We met narcissists.
I would guess very manipulative. Wants the best. Doesn't care about other people's sort of situations.
Right. True.
Like does stuff for their own well-being.
Yeah.
Doesn't put the other person first. No empathy, sort of thing.
True.
But I feel like a lot of those points probably tick off for some people somewhere or another, and I think that's where I got confused about myself.
Yeah, I think someone who's
talking about that. Do you ever like look in the mirror and give yourself like words of affirmation? Like, do you ever just wake up, look in the mirror?
What,
like,
physically look in the mirror and go,
go like, yeah,
you're a
I look
good-looking
good,
guy.
or like,
maybe sometimes, I don't know.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
you're weird, man. I'm joking. I do it too.
You look in the mirror and go, yeah, man.
Not like that. You've definitely done that.
Showtime today or something like that.
I did it actually. Where was it? I did it recently. Was it in? I remember going past somewhere and like doing a pose. It was in the pub. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Like, Nathan saw, and I was going past the mirror, but I was drunk, so that
yeah. Narcissism is quite interesting, right? So narcissisms are sort of socialized. Okay,
they get what they want and they don't care about the consequences.
And it's the sort of people, right, who are such a laugh at parties.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
They are like the life and soul. They seem like the most charismatic, amazing people that you just want to hang out with forever. They're just like so much fun. And then you end up like seeing them more and more. And then like 2 weeks go by and you're just like, okay, that's enough of them now. Because it's just like their ego.
I know who you're thinking about when you say that.
I'm talking about multiple people.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about... No, I am. I'm not. No. I wasn't, but I know who you mean. But I'm not talking about specifically.
And the
about
person he's talking about.
No. But like, it's the case of like, I've met multiple people like that, and there's a guy at school who I can think of immediately who sums that up so well. But like, when it comes to actually getting to know them on a personal side, they are so much about self-preservation. They are so much about like faking this persona. It's almost as if they're kind of like empty inside.
But it's like, I think that's quite healthy to like fake it till you make it sort of thing.
Do you think?
Because if you live a certain way, you need to like turn your life around to keep on living that way, because you can't fake it forever sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it will get to a point where you become that.
I think those who are particularly like, I think you still need to be self-aware. I agree very much with fake it till you make it. I think that's a lot to do with it. Like, because at the end of the day, everyone starts off at the same sort of level, but you need to build yourself up, right?
Yeah.
But with narcissists,
I think with narcissists, yeah, it's wrong. But like, even just faking it till you make it sort of thing. Like,
that's different.
I had a theory that I started using in coaching called like the brick road theory.
What's
I'm
that?
going to make this into an actual theory one day. You just wait.
Go on.
But it's like there's different paths you can take in life. You can take the easy path, hard path, etc. There might be like multiple, but like if you go along the easy one, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
But along the brick path, there'd be a brick wall where you have to like go for it, overcome some hard obstacle, but it'll make you better than going on the soft, easy path.
Yeah.
And it's like those things in coaching. Like I say, it could be like I don't know, like, right, you have money saved. Do you go and spend that going out to the club, or do you, right, I'm going to take the hard route and invest that in, go to a different country, learn a language, and do these coaching licenses? That's for my context. For you, it might be something different to do with film. That's
true, and I respect all of those things. But that's different to narcissism. I mean, the thing with narcissistic people is that they're actually extremely successful. You know,
you look at me, nod your head like you're a narcissist. You look at me.
No, I'm not a narcissist, but like it's true.
That's exactly what a narcissist would say.
It's a good recipe for success.
Yeah, true.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because you can fucking network,
you worry
and you
about
can socialize.
You worry about your own needs. You're very sociable.
Yeah, and
no empathy. So you're not slowed down.
You can trick naive people into thinking that you're competent at your job when really you're just bullshitting. And you're just like really, really playing a game, and yet a lot of people fall for it.
Do you ever have that in like your job is like, I was speaking to Nathan and Saul about this, like you're living like a whole career already, really, but now you're going back to uni. You're on a side quest. But do you ever have like imposter syndrome?
What's like, what? I never know. I never know. I never know what that means. What does imposter syndrome mean? Where
like you're living life, but like it's not so much that like you feel like you're not qualified for it, but you're just in a position that you feel like,
oh, is that what that means?
Yeah, like, yeah, I don't feel
I hate that
I'm big enough for this shit, or sort of.
No, I hate the idea of that. Like,
I've had it sometimes when like the only way you're gonna learn is through like practical stuff, like doing it in the moment. I've had it sometimes when maybe coaching where like I'm not ready for this. Like, I shouldn't. Like, there's been times when like I'm medically qualified to like help kids and stuff, like
Yeah.
with the injuries they might have. But like when a kid's hurt, I'm like,
Yeah. But
I'm gonna help this kid.
But I remember watching a talk at my like a TED Talk kind of style like interview at my college, right?
Yeah.
And literally someone who was obviously, I want to be in the film industry, he said that like when someone asks you whether or not you can do something, like, you know, if you can do,
Always say yeah.
just pretend. And
Yeah.
even if you can't do it, just pretend.
That's what a lecturer at my uni said. He said, like,
They said that as well.
He's a football coach, and whenever they get asked, "Oh, do you know a basketball coach and a rugby coach?" He just takes football stuff, changes it into the rugby stuff, and that's how like he's worked his way up through.
It's
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's bullshit. You're bullshitting. It's your bullshitting. And for me,
I kind of like it because it's like you grow from it. You realise.
I know, but
there's a lot of jobs out there that are much easier than you think. Obviously, you need to learn the skills to do them, but once you know them, you can then go into it confident.
It is very much about fake it until you make it sort of thing. If you think about it, like,
don't use that in sex though.
That's good advice. That's good. Wait, let me
Wayne's advice for the week. We said we're going to do this.
I've got other ways.
Fake it till you make it, but don't fake it during sex.
So don't fake orgasms.
No. Back to dreams, memories,
right?
And narcissists.
Dreams about dying. Do you ever have dreams about dying? I don't think I actually do have
but
dreams
I've heard
about dying.
that when you do die in your dream, you wake up, like almost like it's a
reborn,
nightmare because you don't know. No one has a perception of what happens after death.
I feel like I can always tell like dreams from reality. Like I've never had that where I've woken up and thought, "Am I still in a dream?"
But then you don't lucid dream.
That's ridiculous.
So you don't think it quick enough.
Yeah, I wish I did lucid dream.
If you knew the difference, like I've had times when I'm dreaming and I'm scared, like, or I've had this one recently within like the last 2 months. I broke my phone. I don't have insurance on my phone. So then I was stressing like, I've got to sort all this out. Like, I don't know why I was stressing.
You had a dream that you broke your phone.
I don't know. I was just stressing about it.
Yeah.
And then it felt like forever. And then I was like, wait, hold on, this is a dream. Why am I stressing? But like no one immediately like tells the difference. Otherwise you'd lucid dream a lot.
So was it when you woke up when you realised,
it was
just
sort
a dream?
Of just as I was beginning to wake up. I was like, wait, hold on, why am I stressing?
Have you ever had a dream where like it's like really horrible, like a really stressful situation, and then like you wake up and you're like,
but the thing is,
I'm so glad that weren't real.
But in the dream, I just cracked my phone. It wasn't broken.
Yeah.
And in real life, it'd annoy me, but I wouldn't be as stressed out as I was. I don't know. It was just I was so stressed out for no reason.
It's so relieving though when you have a dream and you're like, oh, that was just a dream. Okay. Dreaming about death of a loved one can reflect a similar fear of a change, especially with regard to our children. As the child grows up, a parent's mind begins to wonder whether the younger version of the child went. Dreams of dying, therefore, reflect a sort of mourning for the passage of time. That makes sense. Yeah. Studies have also shown that those approaching the end of life and loved ones around them experience significant and meaningful dreams, often relating to a comforting presence, preparing to go, watching or engaging with the deceased loved ones, waitings, distressing experience, and unfinished business. That makes sense to me. That really does make sense to me if you really think about it. But then again, this could all be bollocks, you know, because dream interpreters only know so much. We don't really know what the purpose of dreams are. But the thing about dreams that I find so interesting is that they don't lie. So if you have something that's really been creeping up on your psyche that you've been repressing, and then you have a dream about it, your dream is basically telling you, okay, this is at the back of your mind and you should really be thinking about it. And, you know, we're here to tell you, like, you know, like as like a flashing.
So when
like
that caveman's dreaming of a goat, it's like you're hungry, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Back then they didn't eat every day. They'd only eat every like.
Yeah, that's so true.
Sort of thing.
Have you ever a dream about taking some sort of test? I don't think so. I probably have. The thing is, we only remember 10% of our dreams, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Wait. Okay.
So studies have also shown that dreams of test taking are common.
Being tested on.
taking an exam in your dream.
Okay.
Right, might reveal an underlying fear of failure. Examinations are stressful experiences in which you are made to face up to your shortcomings. The dream of failing an exam, being late for an exam, or being unprepared shows that you feel unprepared for the challenges of waking life. I've probably had many dreams like that.
I've had dreams where I've like being tested on.
Yeah.
But never like doing like written tests or stuff like that.
Dreams about infidelity. Have you ever had dreams about that? Like being cheated on or something like that? Like dreaming that your spouse or romantic partner is cheating on you with someone else? I actually have.
Not being cheated on, but like the worriness that like I'm being cheated on.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like watching through a window like she's fucking him.
Yeah. While these dreams might be the reflection of fears of infidelity, such dreams probably don't mean that your spouse is cheating or will cheat. Okay.
It's just like about you.
This is another what if dream. You are testing the limits of reality. Blah blah blah.
I have it more. I haven't had that. I only had it for one person, which was like years ago.
Really?
And then since that, nothing.
Was that like your first ever relationship or second real relationship?
And like after that, I got to a point where like I don't care. Like not care. I will care, but like I'm not gonna work for something that I can't change someone's mind about. Sort of.
Yeah, you know what? That's such a good philosophy.
After I had like dreams and stress and everything about that, then after that, it's like everything became easier.
That's such a good philosophy, Wayne. That's really good because
Wayne's advice: don't care.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not the case of like not caring, but it's like it's hard though, isn't it? But
being
it's like,
more laid back and chill.
It's the case of like if they don't care, like if you're in a relationship where someone doesn't care, it's like okay, well they weren't good enough for me then.
Yeah.
So fuck them.
Exactly.
It's not like you know what, I could have done something better. It's like, well, no, that's their problem.
Yeah.
If they're not interested in me, then fuck them then. Yeah. You know, so it's not the case of like being, because then you end up being stressed out about like, am I doing everything I can to like keep them engaged in this relationship? It's like no.
That's what I mean. It does.
It's their problem. If they cheat on me, it's their problem. Fuck them.
Yeah.
You know, and
I feel like that sort of behaviour as well screens off like not self-consciousness, but just like stuff about yourself more than the other person, sort of thing. It's like unhealthy, and it's like that's a bad habit to get on.
And usually when you're so conscious about it and so paranoid about it, that probably usually makes
just when you
scares the other person off.
Someone, it just everything feels simpler, sort of thing. I'd hate to be with someone that I feel like I couldn't trust.
Yeah,
like it just that would be in my head all day.
Have you ever had a relationship with someone that you don't trust?
I think so. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just like it's not
nice, is it?
Worse than just being single.
Yeah, I mean, this is talking as someone who's quite introverted, who likes his own personal company. I still think that.
What do you mean You're the person who loves to come up and start like pinching my fucking ribs and everything and tickle me, and I've had to tell you to stop that.
Yeah, I just like winding you up.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Funny.
That's not introverted.
No. You don't think I'm introverted?
No.
Introverted isn't not pinching people. Introverted is someone who likes their own company.
I do the same thing as you. When it's like you're home alone, you don't answer the phone or just like stuff like that. That's not being introverted.
No, this has been less and less of the case as I've gotten older, but it's still the case that like most of the time when it comes to like big social occasions, when you're in like a big fucking group of people and you have to socialize, I get exhausted very quickly. That's the thing. I get like
I know what you mean. I get social burnout.
Yeah, social burnout. Like my social battery is very low.
It's like
it's gotten better, but it's still low.
Me when I'm working like on coaches, it's just like at the end of the day, the last thing I want to do is flipping like go out with 10 mates and socialise.
But I would describe you as an extrovert. I would really. Yeah, I would describe you as
no chance. You should see me at like uni, for instance. I'm at the front of the class, like trying to get everyone involved. That's an
extrovert,
going.
Man.
Yeah, exactly.
You're an extrovert.
I thought you said introvert.
No, not an introvert. You're an extrovert.
Oh yeah, I definitely am.
Whereas when it comes to me, I get burnt out quickly in social occasions, and I don't like that. I've been trying to like get better at it because I feel like honestly, when I was younger, I was absolutely abysmal at it. You didn't know me when I was younger. At primary school, right? If my best friend wasn't if he wasn't like if he was ill or something, I didn't want to go to school because I didn't want to socialize with anyone else. I didn't want to talk to anyone else. I only had that one friend who was like, if he's not there, I'm done. I'm not going.
Growing up, even like going out asking like little questions and stuff, like I'd be shit scared of, and that's why growing up, I'd slowly make an effort to do things like I've gone out like clubbing on my. I made the excuse, like the reason why I went clubbing out on my own. I was like, if I can't go out to a club on my own, how am I going to go like to a different country and travel on my own?
Yeah.
So I sort of have those things in mind, always like thinking like, okay, how can I make myself more confident?
Yeah.
Do things that push me, sort of thing. I like the idea of growing and just being constantly like not forced
evolving.
to grow, but
That's so
putting
good.
myself in situations where if I'm in this situation, it's going to grow and be even more beautiful.
Are you conscious a lot of like self-improvement and stuff like that? Like building your character, building yourself, building your experiences and your confidence?
I'm not consistent with it. That's the only thing.
So you have like dips.
I just need to add the consistency in.
Yeah. So you have moments where like I don't know if you're like it, where it's like it with me, where I have moments where I'm like you top level right? So you're like really, really being consistent in your like behavior. You're waking up at like decent times in the morning. You're eating the correct things. You're exercising. You're having decent social occasions. You're sleeping correctly. And then you'll have moments where it just dips, where you're like being fucking lazy. You're eating shit.
How long do you think it takes to create habits? How long do you think? I know the number. Been told it.
What's that?
So how many days? It's 60 days apparently. I think it's 60 to create a habit, and then like you lose it within like 10 days of not staying in that habit.
Oh really?
So like waking up at like 6 a.m. you'll only like your like natural body clock and stuff like that. You'll naturally just wake up at like 6 a.m. feel sleepy around a certain time, like, and that will naturally sort of consistently go. Like, I think when you're at school,
after like 10 days,
you think back to school, like, oh my god, how was I waking up at like 7 a.m. and then at school at 8, and then home, and that's what. But you did it because you did it for more than like 60 days in a row, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been trying to do a lot of, create like good habits.
When it comes to building like a routine and a structure around your life that like ultimately pushes you into progressing forward, like you can have dips. Everyone has dips.
Yeah,
everyone has dips, and you got to accept those dips. You know, if it comes to the point where you have a dip and you're just like tip over the edge and you're just like, fuck me,
but it's so nice when you have a dip and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna stay home all day.
Yeah. Exercise makes me feel good.
Same.
Reading makes me feel good. Sleeping properly makes me feel good. Eating properly makes me feel good.
But you don't want to do it.
But I have a resistance to it because I'm fucking lazy. I have lazy tendencies.
I don't know what it is now. Like, even by doing it for like the last 3 days, I don't like warm showers at the minute. I've been having like freezing cold showers again.
Really? Oh my god!
You
really?
get in and you just like,
mate,
you feel alive.
Fuck. Are they really freezing cold?
Not freezing cold, but they're like
proper cold,
very cold. Apparently, like your testosterone count, or
your testosterone
goes up,
like proper like spikes, right? But it's also like like cocaine, it releases the same sort of like hormones that release when you take cocaine, because it's a shock, right? It's the adrenaline. I
can see that.
And also it's like when you take a freezing cold shower, like 12 hours from there you'll still be feeling the effects of that. Yeah, you'll still be feeling the good feeling that, you know.
Do you know what, when I was walking, so I was really early meeting you today and I was walking around feeling really good. How I do it is I'll put like my shoulders and arms just in the water, just like get that initial shock out of the way. Yeah. And you just got to get in, and then trust me, it's like when you jump into freezing cold water. Like when we jumped in Portugal.
Yeah.
Like you just jump in and you're good.
Yeah, but it's so cold.
Yeah, but
it is so cold.
When the shock goes and you just like then it's
when
gone.
the shock goes and you've got that feeling, it's fucking amazing.
Exactly. That's why I want to start again, because I know there's so many benefits.
This is what I've learned about life so far, is that like everything that feels so good, there's always a little caveat with it.
There isn't.
No, there is, and there's nothing wrong with that.
What do you mean?
Like,
give me an example.
Everything that feels fucking amazing, okay, takes some sort of devotion, takes some sort of discipline. You know, when this is what you talk about, this is what you preach, right?
Yeah.
What makes you feel the best? When you exercise and you work hard and you fucking feel good and you've got a pump and you feel fucking like you've got adrenaline rushing through your veins.
You could be out sitting down on a hot bench out in the sun on a hot day, or like on the beach.
Yeah.
Nice cold glass of water. Oh, it feels fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's relaxation. There's nothing more satisfying about the feeling of relaxation when you've worked hard. So when you've been doing exercise, for example, or what you just said there, when it comes to like, it's an amazing feeling when you jump into like a freezing cold like bath or the sea or whatever. But the initial thing is difficult. It's a struggle, right? No,
what do you mean you jump into baths?
You know what I'm saying? When you have a freezing cold shower or something like that, initially it's
jump in the shower.
No, when you initially have a struggle, you know.
Yeah.
It's like this is you're reluctant to do it. It takes some courage, you know. This is
courage. You're building it up more than it has to be. Courage you take into battle, not I'm getting into the shower.
It takes courage. It really does. It does. Having a freeze. Everyone listening.
Not courage.
Try it. It fucking does. Everyone who has anyone who's had a freezing cold shower.
It's more just a fuck it sort of thing rather than courage. Like you don't need to build.
That's what fuck it is. That's what fuck it is.
Put on some house music and then you'll feel pumped up.
Is that what gives you courage? House music.
Well, I feel good when listening to house music.
Yeah, so that might help you, but it does. It takes you. Listen, go along with it. Give me a break here. It takes courage, right? Going into a freezing cold shower takes courage.
It's true. Like tougher situations make you better, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Struggle will only lead to success.
Yeah.
Making you stronger.
It's true. I completely resonate with all of that. That's 100% true. So,
and that's why we're friends.
Okay, so I suppose like the theme of this episode would be about dreams, but we like keep going off topic, which is fine, right?
Yeah.
So
I just realized, wait, is that the first time you said the title of the podcast?
Yeah. Let's keep it. Let's try and keep it to one topic, right? Which we've not been doing this whole time, right? So, did you know? And you probably know this already because it's quite a common thing, right? And a lot of people like talking about it. But like, you know, when you're asleep and when you're dreaming during REM sleep, rapid eye movement, like you're actually paralyzed when you're dreaming. Like your body is paralyzed. You can't move. Did you know that?
Well, I twitch in my sleep, so I don't know if I am or not.
That's true. Maybe you have some weird like medical condition.
But I don't twitch all night. It'll be like like twice, and then like you won't see me again for the whole night.
So from to you know when you're in your dreams, like to stop you from like acting out your movements in your dreams, your body paralyzes itself. But like a lot. You didn't know that, right?
So that does make sense.
It does make sense, right? But it's still kind of creepy if you think about it. Like your body is fucking paralyzed when you're asleep, right?
So there was a point in evolution where their body was doing the stuff in the dream.
Yeah.
And then like evolution was like, hold on.
This is getting a bit ridiculous.
It's like when you go to the toilet in your dream.
Yeah. Have you ever woken up and you've pissed yourself? I haven't done that. Probably when I was younger.
Not for a long time. But like I can remember times when like I was wearing a nappy sort of thing.
Really?
3 years old or
you remember back to 3 years old? You remember?
Yeah, I think
really?
Most people can.
No way.
Yeah.
When you were 3 years old, you remember memories when you were 3 years old? That's crazy. That's really not.
It's not that crazy.
No, it is, man. It really is. I mean, well, you have vivid memories when you were 3 years old. 3 years old. Jesus Christ.
Do you remember like year one?
Year one. How old were we when we were year one? 6.
You're like 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember reception?
Yeah.
So playing. Do you remember nursery? So you were playing with the sound of water still.
A little bit. Do you remember like the preschool stuff that you might have done? Not really.
So you sort of remember it.
I'd say nursery is probably the earliest back to
nursery.
Well, what's that, like 4, 5? Okay.
So that's what I mean. I'm just remembering like the nursery days and just tiny bit before that, and that's about where it ends. I remember living in this flat in Radler, and I said to my mum, "No, I must have been like 5 or 6 then." She's like, "No, you're like 2 or 3." And I was saying like, "Oh, what about Nanny when she lived in her old home in Bushy?" And she left there to go to Ireland like 16, 17 years ago or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
So working it out, I was about 4 or 5 when she left.
That's crazy, isn't it? How you have certain memories that just stick out. It's very weird. Yeah, probably the earliest I can remember is nursery.
No, I reckon there's a few, because you don't remember how old you were.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. I reckon you do remember stuff, but you don't.
It's funny,
think
though.
You were how old you were.
I wonder if people have memories when they were babies. That's crazy if people do.
What do you mean? If
Like,
babies have memories?
no. Like people remember back when they were baby, like
Oh yeah,
baby
or
memories.
like toddlers, like
Yeah, that's amazing.
when
Like,
they're
that'd be
like
amazing.
sick and they their hands are like fist all the time. Sort
Yeah.
of thing.
That's
maybe.
crazy. Do you know women have more nightmares than men on average? In the study of 100 women and 93 men between the ages of 18 to 25 who were asked to record their most recent dream, it concluded that 19% of men reported a nightmare compared to 30% of women. So it's not that different.
It's in a world where like most of the themes from dreams are like stuff about like self-conscious and
like
not so
attackers.
much and attackers. So not so much like physical dangers and like maybe if it was like intelligence sort of related nightmares, you probably see like men having more sort of thing.
Yeah.
Men are like simple creatures sort of thing.
Yeah.
They really are. So,
You feel like women have more anxieties than men. I feel like
Probably.
I feel like
I mean, it's tougher. Like for a man to get ready for a night out, I'd probably spend like half an hour, maybe more.
probably about 20 minutes for me, maybe half an hour, something like that. Yeah.
So like shower, change, there you go, done. For a woman, they're gonna be
2 hours.
yeah, probably, maybe even 3, 4.
Yeah. Women and men are often victims and aggressors in their dreams. So women are the victims, which makes more sense. I mean, yeah, that makes more sense. Women's dreams are also more emotional.
Why does it make sense, Vinny?
Do you ever have that when you're walking along the street and you're like, it's late at night and you're like
Oh,
kind
no.
of walking behind a
I
woman?
was saying this to someone recently. It's sort of like okay, so let's say it's like 8 in the evening. It's getting a bit dark, and you're walking behind a woman. What do? You sort
Cross
of
the other
speed,
side.
Yeah, you cross the other side, or you speed up, walk in front of them,
Yeah.
and then you go back to your normal pace.
Yeah.
I feel like most men, unless like you're a bit dodgy and just like a person who like wants to stare at their arse or some weird thing like that, like most men will do that. Cross, get in front, just like otherwise they constantly fuck it. Like I hate that when someone else feels in danger because of me.
Yeah,
I hate.
It's late
that.
at night. It's like, I'm fine. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm fine. You know what I mean?
It's like an unwritten sort of.
It's a rule, isn't it? It's like if you feel like you're making a woman feel intimidated, you cross to the other side. 60% of people don't remember their dreams. A lot of the times you hear somebody say they don't remember their dreams. That's simply not true. Everybody dreams. The problem is 60% of people don't remember it. Okay, so like people who say, "Oh, I never dream." Yeah. Probably the chances are very likely that they have dreamt, but they've just completely forgotten about it, which makes a lot of sense. It depends how vivid your dreams are, I suppose. You forget 90% of your dreams within 10 minutes. This is one of the reasons why people keep dream journals and stuff, because they like to keep note of it.
Imagine finding someone's dream journal though, like, and not knowing, like, it's not. I reckon if you have a dream journal or just like notes of dreams, you wouldn't label it like my dream journal or anything. So imagine finding someone else and just being like, "What the fuck
is this?"
I know my dream journal. It's just like chased by a weird figure today. We're shit scared. Across the road, got Superman to help me. It'd be like, what the fuck?
Have you ever kept notes of a dream or anything like that? Like, have you ever done that?
Yeah, I tried it once to try and like lucid dream, and thinking back to it, I never labelled it, so someone could have just found it and been like, found the weirdest content ever. I wish I kept it now, because to like read it,
this guy's fucking mental. Yeah.
It probably just seemed like the ramblings of a madman.
Yeah, it's true. I've had some dreams where they've been like narratively amazing. Like, when it comes to like the story, it's been like, this is a great movie idea, and then I've written it down,
and it's like,
and then I've been like, hang on a minute, this is shit. Yeah. This is shit. This don't make any sense. This is just completely incomprehensible. But for some reason, like, in my experience,
your dreams, you teleport, like all of a sudden you're there.
Yeah.
And you're like looking at a monster.
Do you dream
and then next minute you're awake, and if you're Vinny, you'll rock hard from it.
Yeah. But do you dream in like first person or do you dream in the perspective of you? Do you even remember? Like, I don't even remember with perspective.
It's like it's me. Well, I don't know.
Or if is it third person, like you're seeing yourself.
Or are you like
in
a
your
woman?
dream?
Or are you a dog? Or are you like?
I don't think I've ever had a dream where I've been someone else.
I've had a dream where like I'm something else.
Like what?
Like a bird or something.
Really?
Yeah. Do you think the people in your dreams have consciousness?
What do you mean?
Like, are the people in your dreams?
Oh, this is an interesting thing, right? This is an interesting thing. So, this is a really interesting
Okay,
fact.
say it then. Fucking hell.
This is so interesting, right? Like, everyone in your dream
Yeah.
that you see in your dream, like every face, every person, every character that you see in your dream,
Yeah.
there were people that you've seen before. They were. Every single person that you've seen in your dream are faces that you've passed in the street, people that you've brushed paths with before. They've all been people that you've unconsciously absorbed in your memories. I don't
see faces in dreams. When I try and like look at a face, it's just like
blurred, is it?
Yeah, it gets even more.
Yeah, I
can't look at it.
Sleep paralysis is a big thing. Like, have you ever had sleep paralysis? Like, it's quite a common thing.
No.
You not ever had it?
What, like you're awake and you're like, I need to move, and then you can't.
yeah, basically,
No.
yeah. No, you've not had it? It's fucking terrifying.
Oh, wait, okay.
It's really terrifying. I'm telling you.
I think I know what you mean. So like you not having opened your eyes, but like you're awake and you're like, wake up, but like move.
Yeah, and you can't.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
it's really fucking terrifying.
I've only had it a couple times.
You've had it.
I haven't been scared when it's happened because I know I'm not like in a coma or something.
I had it when I was younger, but it was really weird experiences that I can't really remember. But like it's a really scary thing, like from reading people's experiences. The scary thing about it is that, okay, you're paralyzed, you can't move, that's scary already, but like a lot of people, because they're all the thing that's happened is you've woken up and you shouldn't have woken up because you're still kind of like, your body is still in a paralyzed state, and so you're kind of between dreaming and being awake, so you're still experiencing like hallucinating and like really vivid imagery and stuff like that. So a lot but when people experience the feeling of being paralyzed, they feel scared, and so their minds start to kind of like feel hallucinate like scary imagery and stuff like that. So my sister, she had this before. She had her bedroom light on the whole night, and I remember thinking, that's a bit weird, like, what's going on there? And then like the next morning she said, like, I literally, like, the most scary experience happened where like I was literally like asleep. I woke up and couldn't move, and I could see like a woman like a black silhouette of a woman in the dark, like hovering over me in my bed, and she was like just like like I could see her like face, like she was like hovering over her in her bed, and she was like couldn't move, and she was like, it was the most terrifying thing that happened to her, and she ended up being able to like wriggle her way out of it. But like and then she ended up turning the light on, but like a lot of people have sleep paralysis stories. I want to read you some. So this is someone. So I was 8 and had woken up in the middle of the night to see a pitch black tall lady. This is the same thing. A lot of people have weird kind of like experiences with with women, like tall women with long hair, standing at the foot of my bed. I couldn't wake up. I couldn't make out any facial features or anything. This is what my sister said, or anything, but I knew it was a woman. I couldn't really move or breathe, but I didn't want to because I didn't want to make any noise. I had never heard of sleep paralysis, so for years I thought I saw a ghost. I never slept in that room again. Yeah, that's weird. When you've never heard of sleep paralysis, I can't think of anything more terrifying.
I got a bit scared because a massive moth just flew in as you were talking about that story, so it made me jump.
It's scary, right? You're getting a bit scared. Right. this is someone else, right? That's quite creepy though, right?
Yeah, go on.
I'm so fucking happy that I haven't been through this experience. Then again, I talk about how I enjoy these.
Yeah, you love it.
Yeah, but then maybe that's a little bit. That's a bit
just
too
at
far.
the end of your bed watching you.
I
That's one to wake up hard on, and you probably wake up soft as a flipping.
No, I wouldn't. Right, okay. Someone said, I've had it several times, sleep paralysis, but the absolute worst was this. I woke up at the front door opening and thought it was weird that the dog didn't bark. So the front door opened. What the fuck? I tried to wake my husband up, but couldn't move. My eyes were open and I could see him in the bed next to me. Laying on his side, facing away from me, but I couldn't move or speak to get his attention. I heard the rustle of blue...
Have you seen the film House of Wax? I think that's...
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a fucked up film, man. That's one of my favourite horror films.
Stop!
That really plays on your mind.
It's making me think of this.
Yeah. I heard the rustle of blue jeans rubbing together as someone walked through the living room. Where was she sleeping? Through the living room into the kitchen.
Harry Potter.
The refrigerator door opened and I heard someone getting a piece of ham out. Then I heard the dog eating it.
Ham?
What the fuck? That's so true.
I know that sound anyway. It's not chicken, it's ham.
I tried to scream, tried to nudge my husband, tried to move, tried everything, but I was frozen. I somehow knew that then that my husband was dead. What? Not sure why or how, but I knew he wasn't alive. What the fuck?
So skip to the end of the story.
I heard the heavy footsteps of boots coming towards the bedroom, so I closed my eyes and pretended to be asleep. All while still trying to reach out and touch my husband. I figured out it was a man. He came around the foot of my bed, the foot of the bed to my side, and even though I couldn't turn and look, I knew he was there. I kept my eyes closed and tried not to let him see the tears. Then he leaned down over me. I can still smell the alcohol in his breath as he leaned up to my ear and he said, "Honey, he is already gone and you're next." Oh, fuck off.